And here we are, Randall's Island Crit, Cat 5. This was my first Criterium race, so here we are at the start line. 2, 1, and we're off. So yeah, the first 2 laps were neutral. The first lap was neutral via a motorcycle pacing in the front. So yeah, here we just kind of like jockey for position in the main peloton as we kind of go around the course and see what's what. So initially, to begin with, this is a really tight course. Like for most of it, you can maybe go like 5, 6 abreast. Especially on the other side, like maybe 5 if you're lucky. So I wanted to stay in front so I didn't have to deal with moving up at all in the main bunch. And so I could take the turns pretty cleanly to start. So in this first bit, I'm kind of watching out for who I want to focus on with these riders and who I might want to avoid. So for instance, watch this guy in front of me take this turn. He lets a big gap open up with this guy in front of him, brakes too hard, then has to surge to catch back up. I'm doing 600 watts. He's probably doing a little bit more. There he goes again, braking too hard. Right away, I know this guy should not be in front of me from coming around those turns. Second lap coming up, the motorcycle pulls off right here. This is beautiful weather this day, by the way. It's like 60, got up to 65. There's a 10-mile-an-hour southwest wind, so that kind of gives a cross tail on the north shore and a headwind as you come around that south side turn. So here is the second neutral lap. No motorcycle, so we kind of have to dictate neutral pace on an honor system. I decide I wanted to dictate the neutral pace, so I kind of get up and do like 250 watts, which really shouldn't impact my form for when the race actually gets going. It also lets me take the lines I want through the turns. And if anyone behind me isn't taking those lines, then it kind of hurts them. Like Fritz. Take this line pretty smoothly, accelerate out. Again, same deal here, reasonable acceleration. The guys behind me probably suffered from that. Yeah, you hear my teammate say, bring it up. And then here we go, kind of start to accelerate through the finish line to start the third lap. So I was kind of up in the air of what to do here, but I had lots of kind of race nerves, race hype, very caffeinated, and really just decided that I wanted to hammer. I wanted to get it out of my system, get my heart rate up. So here I just kind of pedal to the metal, over 400 watts, 450 through here, almost 500. And I just really kind of keep that going for this first bit. I calmed down later on, but I just really wanted to go for it. Oh yeah, see that aero position right there? Going 30 miles an hour into like kind of a headwind. So efficient. Check it out. Hands over the hoods, you can see him in the camera. Alright, so a little bit about me and my teammates in this race. I had 2 other teammates, Peter Gunn and Matthew Schechter. We're both riding for, we're all on the CRCDF team. It's like a CRCA Development U23 team. I'm 21. Everyone else in this race on my team is also 21, 22, so we're definitely on the older side. There's some juniors in the team. But yeah, so pretty strong guys. So here we start trying to decide what to do. My teammate kind of yells at me like, yo, stop pulling, you're trying too hard. Fair point. Get Matthew pull up here on the right, followed immediately by Peter, and then followed by 2 other riders that were in this front group with us. So the Allay rider whose turns I didn't trust, and then the Montechi rider. So here, a little bit of acceleration to catch back up. Didn't catch their draft very well. It doesn't matter because I'll catch up to them at the turn. Just watch the LA guy take this turn again. I do my initial brake and then have to slam on my brakes again because he doesn't carry his speed. Then he basically sprints to catch up to this guy, makes the same mistake again. He's out the back. I see that, decide, all right, I'm not bringing this guy back to the pack. I need to drop him, do like 900, 950 watts around him, make sure he doesn't catch my draft, and accelerate up to this group. So here it's like a 3-to-1 composition, and I think around this point Peter said he started to feel a little lightheaded. He's one of these like big engine guys. So he's strong, but nutrition. Who knows? This is his first race. So I think this is around where he kind of bowed out. So then there were 3. And then Matthew right here, this is one of those guys that when he started cycling, he had like a 200-watt FTP. And here he is a year later, like over 300, weighs like 150 pounds. Like, I don't think I've improved that much in my life. So he and I, kind of coming in this race, wanted to dictate the pace. So he pushed me through, and then I'm back on the front, and I'm doing kind of more of an effort I know I can hold, more or less for the whole race here. Not trying to blow it out. So smooth, controlled effort through here. Nothing crazy. My threshold, it's right around 350. I've done like 335 for an hour before. Out on the road, so I know these numbers are like well within my grasp, even though my heart rate's really high. Nail this turn, nail the trash can, effort out of it, take it wide, hard cut. There we go. So a couple days before this, I came out to this course and really made sure I had those turns ironed out, and I did that with Matthew, and I think that gave us a huge advantage, and it's one of the reasons why we had such an early group in this, because like the other guys in the peloton just did not figure it out until too late. So that was what I was thinking about. Matthew yells at this guy, tells him to get on front, do his duty, and you can just really tell this guy's in some pain. Like at some point, like he looks down, like he's on this front for maybe like 20 seconds. Yeah, there he goes. Looks back. He's tired. Kind of hunching his shoulders. Like the body language really tells the story there. Matthew gets up front. I decided I wanted to be back up front. Not really sure why. Probably should have let Matthew pull there, but doesn't matter that much. Still early. Still got a lot of gas in me. Continuing that smooth kind of like 320, 330 power I know I can hold. And when I'm riding, I really like to keep my cadence high. I'm typically looking at 105 to 110 if I'm doing like a decent effort. I just find I have better bike control. I find my legs don't get sore as fast. It's what works for me. I come from a rowing background. I also used to be one of these guys that would have a really high stroke rate when I was on the rowing machine, and I think it's kind of translated to cycling a bit. So here we go again. This guy's very clearly in pain. Again, trying to take a pull from Matthew's instruction. Matthew rides by. He wants me to close the gap. I kind of look at him, start sandbagging. It's like, you should close the gap. Then I decide that, this is the time to drop him. You hear me say, drop him, let's go. I accelerated too fast. That was a mistake, because I ended up dropping my teammate as well. And I don't really think he catches back up through here. I mean, I wish I had a rear-facing camera, but first YouTube video, first race, can't get everything right. So keeping the power high, again, nail this turn, slamming the brakes, coast through, accelerate out. I probably did this turn like 30 times before I got to the course. All right, so right here, really trying to decide what I do want to do. I kind of sit up a little bit, look back. try to find my teammate. He's back probably like 40, 50 feet. And he actually waves me on. Tells me to go, go, go. He doesn't want to catch back up to my draft and bring him on Techi Guy. So that's where he says go, go, go. And then I accelerate, get the gap. And then I start settling into the rest of the race. And that's pretty much how I got away, how this race goes. From here on out, it's just 35-minute time trial for me. I ended up averaging like, I think 340 watts for the last like 34 or 5 minutes of this race. And yeah, there you go. Here's a montage of some of the turns, some of the passing, and that's my first race. All right, and there you go. Randall's Island Crit Cat 5. Hope you enjoyed the video, along with my janky-ass intro and montage beats. Anyway, but the race went about as well as I could hoped. Going to be out there next weekend. Hopefully I'll make it into the Cat 4. And yeah, thanks for watching. Just in a second, I'm going to flash some Strava screenshots at you in case you want to take a look at any of the data.